Hello there, my name is Harry, bringing you a TF2 gameplay commentary with the Spy. I think I said I was going to give you guys a Spy commentary, and I don't like playing Spy. I'm not good at it, mostly because I don't play it. You know, newsflash, you get better at things by doing them more often, and it's just, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't immediately connect with Spy the way I kind of immediately connected with Scout. I was like, oh my god, you can go fast, this is amazing. Or with Medic, like, oh my god, you can help your team out, like, so much, this is amazing. Like, I didn't immediately connect with it just because it's like kind of like the definition of the class is you're doing things that are stressful, you know, like I just to not get found out, and like you can do all this damage, but like it's really high risk, and like it's never been suited to what I feel is my preferred playstyle in basically any video game. But I decided to play Spy here because, you know, I had nothing really better to do. And again, if your enemy is distracted, Spy is incredibly effective. Here I am playing on Gravelpit. Spy is most effective, I mean, just like any other class, but really with Spy it shines because, of course, you can kill people literally in one hit when your enemy's distracted, so you could just get it behind them without them even noticing you're there. Like, there's no trickery or tomfoolery here. They're not being fooled by their disguise. They're literally just focusing on something else and don't see you, and then you kill them. So this first part is a little bit slow because their team, I don't even know where their team was. Like, they weren't at B and they weren't at A. They weren't, I guess they're B because you can see a bunch of people are being killed and being killed. But this first part's a little bit slow. I'm going to type, like, scramble in the chat at some point because, like, I just hadn't seen any of their team members for, like, a minute. So, whoa, I saw a lot of lag. That might have just been my playback thing. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So, using my revolver just to kind of pick you off, I gave that, like, 21 damage on the medic at the beginning there, you know, because it's useful just to kind of damage people. And, by the way, point A on Gravelpit is a fantastic spy point. You have a lot of these high points in these, roofs you can jump on. So this guy obviously knows I'm a spy, considering I was being healed by a medic on our team. So I'm going to be a little bit careful around him. I'm going to run right at him now, I think. Yeah, so I'm just going to run directly at him because, you know, as you can see, because, again, take advantage of the fact that you can see your enemy's health. I saw he had low health, so I just shot him my revolver once. Like, that's a good spy move. I wouldn't say I'm a good spy, but I'd say that was a relatively decent spy move. If I was a good spy, I probably would have figured out a way to get behind him and backstab him and do other stuff that, you know, spies are supposed to do. But yeah, so again, I see this guy has very low health. I was going to go for the stab. So this guy's obviously an enemy spy, and this guy doesn't see that I'm a spy. So also, I just kind of, I didn't, because I could see his health, I didn't wait until I was all the way around for the backstab. I just kind of got next to him and swiped him. As you can see, the guy we just killed was not very good at the game. This is probably one of his first or second times playing. He was just kind of sitting there and watching his sapper do its thing. Check my scores because I do it compulsively. Wow, I sit on the point and type scramble because I've seen like three of the blue team members, and they haven't done anything effective so far on Gravelpit A. Like, obviously, maybe their team isn't even that bad, but they obviously need to pull together as a team a little bit more and make more of a coordinated push rather than sending one person out at us over and over again. So, see the teleporter, so I was going to try and stab it. I was trying to bring up my dead ringer, but then I get from behind, you know. I hate it when you get it from behind by two soldiers at the same time. But, yeah, so I died. So, again, so I think I cut out a life in between, but nothing important happened in that life, so we're just going to be rushing back out to this... Fuck! I'm still sick, by the way. This is recorded right after that previous commentary in which I was sick, but so I'm still sick here. So yeah, high ground, so good. And also remember, if you're a spy, because medics are faster than you, you want to take the quicker route. You want to predict where they're going and run to where they will be, because if you just follow their backs, you'll never be able to catch them because they have a slight speed advantage. And of course, so here I tried to kill this guy just by doing a body block with a dead ringer. I figured the pyro was going to get him. If I blocked his exit from the doorway, he wouldn't really be able to do anything. So I ran at him with the dead ringer and just made sure he couldn't move. And so yeah, because I didn't really have another better way to kill him. So I saw that engineer. I know he's been setting up tellies in here, so I go in to sap it. Then I immediately go back here to hide because I didn't want to get the soldier in demo because I feel like the teleport is a higher priority. So he comes back and I manage to stab him while he's, you know, trying to set something up. So that was good. Somebody's shooting me from behind. I don't even know who. Out comes the dead ringer. You know, the dead ringer is incredibly powerful. I'm using all stock except for the dead ringer because as this guy who's not very good at spy, that is an indispensable addition to my arsenal. Like, I mean, the ability to help me, you know, not die over and over again really helps. So this guy knows I'm a spy, but it doesn't matter because one of them's distracted. You don't need to get everyone as a spy. If you can just get in, get someone, then get out, that works, especially with the dead ringer. So I'm about to make a very foolish play. This is to light me on fire, and I'm going to pick up the health, which I shouldn't have done. If that guy was more observant and a better player, he would have seen the health disappear and then flamed immediately because he knew an invisible spy had picked it up. So if you're ever being chased by a pyro in the future and he activates your dead ringer and keeps following you, don't pick up health because he'll see it and know you're a spy. I make that same mistake later in the video also, but more on that later. So, a couple guys on the point, I get a side stab off one of them, and that guy, I didn't expect it to kill me in one shot. I figured I could be able to shoot him once and activate the dead ringer and run away, but sadly it did. Dude at my spawn, what are you doing here? Thanks, Scout. Scouts and I work teamwork really well, because one of the things we'll see later is that scout plus spy equals dead engineer. Because you can both kind of rush up next to him, spy saps all of his shit, scout kills the engineer because he doesn't need to focus on the shit because it's getting sapped. So the engineer, either the engineer kills a scout and all his stuff dies, or the engineer doesn't kill a scout and all his stuff dies anyway, you know? Like, it works out. Spies plus scouts are awesome. So running to point B because they've already got point A capped, and I figured I could do more work at the point where they're actually trying to cap and not just leaving there because they've already capped it, right? It's called logic, folks. So yeah. Also, by the way, when I had my demoing around, that demo man was coming at me. That one pipe would have killed me anyway. I was really lucky that he missed that pipe because the dead ringer, folks, as much as it may seem like it, does not make you immortal. You still take a little bit of damage, and the lock and load does a shitload of damage. So at 7 HP, I would have died. Now here's a strategy I call not actually backstabbing, but removing from the game. So this guy is just kind of messing around with me, which means he's not doing anything productive for his team. He's not helping them out. Again, here I turn invisible and I get the health, so they know I'm still a spy and I'm still running around. But this guy's chasing me down. He's not doing anything productive again. Scout plus spy equals awesome. Lure them in. Scout's faster than them. They can't escape. Scout kills them immediately. Thank you, Scout, for that. So yeah, if you're not good enough at spy to get the backstabs, just run at people and stall them for a while. It might even be the same length as a respawn time. Somebody called out demo at C, so I was coming up to try and get him. See the medic drop down, so I'm gonna rush up trying to get behind him. Probably wasn't the best idea. Maybe I think I should have hid behind one of those corners, then come out later and try to get him. Now this is the guy is the noobish person we saw earlier. So again, I'm playing to the skill level of my opponent. Face stabs work well on new players, so I decided to give him a couple of face stabs. Welcome to the club, bud. Now we've all been face stabbed. So yeah, you play to the skill level of those around you. So we've only got 40-something seconds left. You know, after I finish saying it will have changed. Then there's a pyro. I let the heavy take care of him because, you know, close range versus close range. The guy that does a shit ton of damage at close range will probably defeat the other guy that does slightly less than a shit ton of damage at close range. Here's the spy or the scout. You know, he's trying to go after the scout while I'm sapping all the stuff. He's distracted. There's so much stuff going on. He doesn't know what to do. Scout ends up getting him immediately because scouts are great. And the engineer is just a slower scout with a less powerful gun. So it would make sense if the scout wins that battle. So yeah, their only hope right now is to cap B. So I'm just kind of sitting here at B, except I'm not because I'm going somewhere else because I'm dumb. So I'm actually going to A because they seem to be mostly funneling into B through A. I mean, obviously, there are three ways to get to B: spawn tunnel, A tunnel, or C, which would be like the red team spawn, which sometimes you'll do. You go through C because you've taken A. But so yeah, just looking for teleporters. That's the end of the video. Second off, is a spy on Gravelpit. I'm Harry. Thank you so much for watching. I had a little bit of fun. You know, spy's not my favorite class. Anyway, bye-bye.